Do we follow the letter of the law or the spirit of the law? And what does that actually mean? I'm glad you asked. Dr. Fields has invited me, Special Agent in Charge Dr. David Lee, to help explain this concept. In a previous lesson, you learned about common law and how that is bound by the letter of the law. As a reminder, we don't have common law in California. We only have written down codes which we refer to as statutory law. California Penal Code Section 4 states,
"The rule of the common law, that penal statutes are to be strictly construed, has no application to this code. All its provisions are to be construed according to the fair import of their terms, with a view to effect its objects and to promote justice."
Let's break that down. No strict construction. The section explicitly rejects the common law principle of strict construction for penal statutes. This means that the court cannot narrowly interpret the law to the point of defeating its purpose. Fair import of terms. The court should consider the language of the statute and its overall intent when interpreting its provisions. Promoting justice. The court should also consider how its interpretation of the statute will impact the pursuit of justice and fairness. Affecting objects. The court should interpret the statute in a way that best achieves its intended purpose and goals. Let's put that into practice. Say on a nice Sunday morning, you are driving down the Antelope Valley Freeway in light traffic at a brisk speed of 68 miles per hour. The speed limit is 65 miles per hour at this location, so you are in fact violating the letter of the law in California Vehicle Code, Section 22349. The statute does not say around or minimum. It clearly states this is the maximum speed. All of a sudden, you see a California Highway Patrol motorcycle officer next to you. Should you get a ticket? Short answer is you could, however, most likely you will not, as the spirit of the law was to keep most people driving at about the same safe speed and not necessarily all at exactly 65 miles per hour. Maybe with self-driving cars in the future, this might change, but I digress. By the way, my friend Dr. Fields is a retired CHP lieutenant, often gets asked, "How do I get out of a ticket?" His standard answer is, "Obey the law." Good advice. The courts also look at the intent of a law when interpreting how to apply it. For example, several years ago, they passed laws that require drivers to be hands-free when using a cell phone. Officers began citing people for touching their cell phones while driving as per the letter of the law. This included phones that were clipped to the dashboard and the driver would use a finger to say, "Open ways to find a traffic report." The judge would often find the legislative intent of that law was to keep people from yakking on the phone while driving down the road, and often eating lunch as well. After a few years and lots of citations dismissed, the legislature changed the law to match the intent, and you can now do finger swipes on your cell phone while driving. So there you have it, the letter of the law compared and contrasted with the spirit of the law. I'm Special Agent in Charge Dr. David Lee.